What is going on, guys and girls? How are you doing today? It's Single Roleplay here once again, and this is the last Ascendancy changes, and this is the Assassin has arrived. We will not have any more Ascendancy changes, so this is the last one. We need to check what exactly changed the Assassin, because I know I'm pretty been looking forward to this. And not only the Ascendancy, but 2 more new skill gems has arrived, and I can't wait to check them out, guys. Let's take a look at this video. Oh my god, this is kind of a new attack skill called Venom Gyre. Wait a minute, this is like spectral. It's like spectral throw. Some kind of shuriken they're throwing. Is it chaining too? So it looks a lot like Spectral Throw again, which is pretty depressing. That's another Spectral Throw reskin. You know, when you throw a weapon, it kind of looks... Everything looks like Spectral Throw. Like, everything. Look, it has some kind of 6 of them. Is it 6 stacks of poison, or is it 6 shurikens? Well, that's interesting. That's interesting, guys. But it does look like Spectral Throw again. Oh, this is... Wait a minute, that's kind of a buff. Plug bearer. Started throwing the gyres. Oh... it looks like some kind of poison Rider's fire, right? Some kind of an arrow effect around. And what is this? Poison stacks? It shows the number on the left. Oh, look at this. This is this plug bearer over there, and I think it shows the number of the damage. It's kind of a Rider's fire poison, I guess. Right? Alright. What is this? Oh. Yeah, Spectral Throw. Fucking Spectral Throw. Jeez. Oh my god. Spectral fucking Throw. Oh, the damage numbers are pretty sick. Look at the damage number there. And this is the elusive buff, right? It looks like we have quite an interesting amount of indicators there on top now. Alright. Looks pretty fine. The AoE looks pretty good. The clear speed is fine, I think. And you got like 1,000,000 of damage on this Rider's Fire shit, which is over here. Is it? What kind of buff is this? Alright, looks pretty good so far. Alright guys, let's take a look at the explanations behind the skill gems. I'm very curious what they do, if I was correct in my assumptions based on the video. So, 2 new skill gems again. Venom Gyre, Claw and Dagger skill, Poisonous Shuriken Blade. Deals based on your weapon, so this is where weapon damage scaling. Fist to chaos conversion, some added chaos, returns. Alright, folds up to pierce through enemies because there's damage. Alright, so like Spectral Throw, right? Is catch all blades that return to you, storing them around you like charges. You can have 30 of these blades floating around you. That's pretty weird. If you're swirling blades, you'll be flying out all the stored blades over the length of the wheel, throwing them out in a spiral. This is what the AoE looked like. This is what we looked into the video. That's actually pretty unique. Whirling straight through the enemy will cause lots of blades to hit the foe. Interesting. The guild has many interesting interactions with projectile modifying support. Spears lets you deal damage to an enemy twice by hitting them once when you throw it through them, and then again when it returns. Faster projectiles let you fling the blades much further before they return. Chain bounces the blades between enemies before it returns to you. The fork splits the blades into 2, so you get to catch twice as many blades as you throw out. That's pretty interesting. I mean, this is a pretty interesting skill. It has so many things that's like, you know, kind of quality of life utility skill. It's actually interesting. Alright, Plug Bearer. Plug Bearer, unable to affect your character while active, it deals less poison damage, but a portion of the remaining damage your poisons apply will be stored up in a Plague Bearer's buff. Alright, the higher the level of the Plague Bearer, the more damage it can store. It stops lessening your poison damage when the skill is stored at maximum amount. Alright, so it's kind of a gathering buff. At any point you can activate Plague Bearer again. It will switch modes, becoming a damaging area around your characters like the AoE. This deals 12% of your store damage per second and scales damage over time to enemies around you. This lasts until it runs out of the storage damage, until a skill is activated again. The damage isn't affected by the damage modifiers. This is pretty bad. While in this damaging mode, you won't be able to store up any more poison damage, and your poisons will be full strength again. When you reactivate the skill of the store damage runs out, the skill returns once again to storing damage. So pretty weird. Oh, the skill acts much like a temporary writer's file, letting you run through packs of enemies to wipe them out, or giving you an additional damage boost against tougher foes when you need it most. So yeah, exactly what I thought. It's kind of a temporary writer's file that you gather up when you hit enemies. I think it kind of gathers the damage. You get the stacks for this. But then you press the buff and run with it a little bit, delivering poison damage over time to the nearby enemies. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. But you know, it depends how much you scale them, because the scaling looks pretty shit for now. Isn't affected by the character's damage modifier, so I wonder what kind of affects this shit. Looks like not many things that can affect it, but so far it looks interesting. I will definitely try this out. Before we go further into the video, I would like to stop for a second and thank my Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers. You guys have no fucking idea how much I'm thankful for you. If you just stop for a second and put likes on this video and share it with your friends, it will be already an insane amount of support, and I will be forever grateful to every one of you. Thank you so much, and remember,
you, yes you, are making a difference.
What is left to check is the Ascendancy itself, and we have quite a bit of changes there. First of all, we have two new nodes, like entirely completely new nodes. One is basically kind of a follow-up node, which is critical strike and movement speed. And this is entirely new, and it gives us the elusive buff, Mistwalker. 50% chance to gain elusive on critical strike, 20% increase attacking cast speed while elusive, 8% reduced damage taken while elusive, 25% increased effect of elusive, and one node was moved from opportunistic, which is you take no extra damage from critical strikes while elusive, and previously it was while one enemy nearby, so they can't really crit you effectively, making you pretty fucking tanky in general. The elusive buff gives you 20% chance to dodge spell and attack hits, and 40% increased movement speed. This is pretty insane, and the only question here is how long would it last at all? I mean, it's kind of reduces the effect over time, removing itself at 0% effect. So the biggest question for me, how long you can sustain this elusive buff at all? Is it wearing out as quickly as the phase run, or probably you can keep it up a little more? This is the important question for me, but for now it looks pretty dope. This is a thing that was necessary kind of to make Assassin great again, and I think this is a big buff. This is even probably faster than the Trickster now. Another thing is Unstable Infusion got max power charges, which moved from the Deadly Infusion, and Deadly Infusion got an absolutely new node instead, which is increased movement speed while at maximum power charges. Once again, movement speed, and movement speed. Guys, this is pretty strong. There's quite a lot of movement speed on the Assassin now, which I'm quite happy about. The 8th node as opportunistic has been partially reworked. You gain 20% more damage while there is at most one rare or unique enemy nearby, as well as 10% reduced damage taken while there is at least 2 rare or unique enemies nearby. So basically, there was also the damage buff, which is 100% increased damage while any enemy was nearby, but now it's about the rare or unique enemy when you get 20% more. So the chances from 100% increased while there is any nearby enemy to 20% more damage while there is at most one rare or unique. So from if you have like a trash mob, you will not get a 100% increase. If you have a rare or unique, you get 20% more. I think overall it's the best change for this node specific. It's very strong. Another crazy change is this. Ambush and Assassinate got a pretty crazy buff. It was 30% increased damage with hits and ailments against enemies that are on low life, but now it's 20% more. Instead of 30% increase, it's 20% more. So assuming there is 20% more, and this is 20% more, this is pretty interesting amount of damage to the bosses, guys. I'm pretty hyped. I think that the damage for the bosses will not be an issue at all on the assassin anymore. The 12th node, which is Noxious Strike, has been pretty massively reworked. It got 2 new nodes, 25% damage over time multiplier for poison, as well as 50% increased damage with poison in general, and one node moved from node 14, which is recover life per poison effect in enemies. Overall, assassin looks extremely strong now, as well as extremely tanky. He recovers life. He doesn't takes a lot of reduced damage. Crit strikes doesn't really do anything for the assassin when he is in elusive stance. So overall, assassin looks pretty interesting now, and the insane amount of dodge and spell attack hits practically means you can get like 50% dodge by default if you take the acrobatics. This is pretty fucking strong. Toxic Delivery, the last node, which is 14, has been also reworked. The poison inflict with critical strike deals 50% more damage, and it was upped from 30, so 20% more with poison. It is insane. And another big increase as the critical strike chance per poison affecting the enemy has been changed from 0.1 to 0.4. So effectively, in just 4 hits, you reach the maximum 2% crit. This is a big fucking thing. And they switched a little bit with Noxious Strike back and forth. So this recovery went to the Noxious Strike, and the crit strike went to the Toxic Delivery. Overall, Assassin, guys, looks extremely interesting, pretty tanky. I can't wait to check the elusive buff. So far, so good, guys. And I have plans for the Assassin definitely for the next league. I want to play this shit too. So these are my thoughts, guys. Let me know if you're hyped about the Assassin and new skills. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for watching the video. Your likes and dislikes, especially, as they push me forward even more. If you want to see more content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do daily uploads of role-playing content, being it builds, guides, let's play, stream highlights, and upcoming RPG games. Also, don't forget to follow my Twitch stream to catch me live in action. I do stream daily on working days. I'm a full-time YouTube content creator and a Twitch streamer too, so if you want to support me, you can do it either from Twitch or by PayPal directly from my website, angryroleplayer.com. Join my Discord channel too for a place to discuss RPG things offline, as well as follow my Twitter to be notified on any new content. If you want to get extra information like sneak peeks into upcoming videos, plans, different behind-the-scenes footage, you can also join the Unholy Army on Patreon as well, guys. Thank you very much once again for watching, listening to all this. See you soon.